Hello, Digimon fans, and welcome back to the King's Court. Now, this is a video I'm very excited to bring you. This is going to be going over my newly made Examon deck. Now, I've been super excited to build this deck for a very long time. Now, here's the thing: when it comes to any TCG I play, I'm not really the kind of person that likes to like build a lot of decks. I like to have specific decks that I enjoy playing. That way, I always have a reason to come back to the game. If I decide to take a break or I just don't feel like playing, I always have that deck I enjoy playing. So for the longest time, I've mostly played Black War Greymon, and then I added in Gallantmon, and now finally got a third deck that that I've been wanting to play, Examon, and I'm super excited to bring the deck profile here. Now, this is only a first draft of the deck. Now that luckily, ironically, in the video that we posted earlier last week, on the premiere day of EX3 here in the West, we managed to get two boxes, and in the box opening that I already put on the channel, if you want to go check it out, go check it out. I ironically managed to pull everything that I needed, minus the big guy himself. But luckily, I have friends who knew I was building the deck, so they helped me out with getting the cards. So shout out to them. Thank you so much. Now, like I said, this is only a first draft, but this is going to be the deck. This and Gallantmon, with all their new stuff that Gallantmon got, is going to be the deck that I'm going to be playing primarily those two decks during this format. And when BT11 comes out for us here in the West in February, you better believe I'm going to be getting the new Black War Greymon X stuff. I am super excited for that. So, right now, this is the deck, though, that I've been wanting to play for a very long time. So, before we get to the deck, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you want more videos from us. And in general, let me ask this question. What deck from EX3 did you decide to build? And let me know how you like it so far. What are its strengths, weaknesses, and overall, if you have anything to say about EX3 and the new decks that are coming out or the current format, go ahead and put them in the comments. Now, let's get to the deck. We'll start off, as always. I'm playing 4 of the new EX3 Babydemon. This card is actually pretty good. It's decent. I mean, it's not like super crazy but for a Digitama, it's pretty good. It lets, in case you're new to the deck or haven't read it yet, all turns once per turn, which means even during your opponent's turn, when a Digimon with Dramon or Examon in its name becomes unsuspended, this Digimon gets 1000 plus DP for the turn. That's pretty good, because we'll get to him later, but Examon, in case you haven't read him, has the ability once per turn, he can unsuspend himself if he's suspended. So he'll become a 16k blocker. It's actually pretty nuts. So, not much to say there. Now, on to the rookies. 4 of the Structure Deck 8, Dracomon. Now, if I remember right, Structure Deck 8 was the All Force Vidramon deck, if I remember right. So yeah, this card's a lot like the Agumon that I play in Black War Greymon right now. Play it and search the top 3 cards of your deck for a Digimon Dramon in its name, add it to your hand, and put the other 2 at the bottom of the deck. Short, sweet, to the point, pretty simple. Really good card, and I'm just happy to finally play a deck with Dracomon in it. I've been wanting to, like I said, I've been wanting to build this deck for so long, so I'm happy I can finally use this card. I've literally had, for the longest time, half the deck put together already because I knew what build I was going for. So I've had, just a bunch of generic good blue stuff and the early Dracomon stuff just waiting. Next. 4 of the brand new EX3 Dracomon. This card is even better than the original. 1, when you play it, you search the top 4 cards of your deck, and you can add 2 cards. You can add either a blue or a green Digimon with Dramon in its name. So your core Dramons, your wing Dramons, your ground Dramons, your break Dramons, your slave Dramons, and you could add a Digimon with Examon its name. So, just like the Agumon that lets you reveal add a Greymon or an Omnimon in your hand, this lets you add either Examon or Dramon to your hand. So this card's busted. It's nuts. Its inheritable is not bad either. When one of your opponents with one of your Digimon with Dramon or Examon in its name becomes suspended, this Digimon gets plus 1,000 for the DP for the turn. So just like the Digitama, you can juice up your Examon. Pretty sweet, honestly. And at the end of the rookies, now, personally, the build I want to play, I can't play right now. Like, the way I would want the deck, I need this card called Blue Blucomon. We have Blucomon already here in the West, but we don't have the promo Blucomon that I need. And in case you're wondering what it does, if it's hidden security, draw 2 cards and add it to your hand. Now, the reason that's so good is because basically this deck needs draw power. Because you want to see your Examon as fast as you can. So, unfortunately, that card's not out yet. So, for right now, I'm playing 4 of the EX1 Vmon. And actually, I'm not going to lie, even though this is just until I can get a Blucomon, this card's actually pretty good. It's actually come in handy. One, he's a good card to start off in your raising area. Plus, he has a pretty good ability. If during your turn, if your Digimon becomes unsuspended, gain a memory. Pretty sweet, actually. Not bad. It does come up. Like, it doesn't come up like all the time, but it does come up. So this card honestly is pretty good. I like it. All right, that's it for the rookies. Now, okay, on to the champions, but get ready to hear this name a lot. Now, I'm playing 4 of the Structure Deck 8, which again, like I said, I believe is the All Force Vigramon deck. I'm playing 4 of the old blue Cordramon. This card is really good, actually. It reminds me, maybe because again I'm always playing Black or Greymon, but this card reminds me of the old Geo Greymon, where if it's hidden your security, you trigger, play it for free, and pop a Digimon. But instead, this is better for this deck. Trigger, play if it's hidden security. Trigger it, draw 2 cards after it's summoned because you can summon it for free after it's hidden security. It's pretty sweet, honestly. You get a free body, and you get 2 free draws. Not bad. Plus, this way, since he's already a champion, you can digivolve him into your Wingdramon or your Cordramon, and you can start getting ready to Jogris. We'll get to that in a sec. Sorry. So in all honesty, this is a great card. I really like this. It's come up a lot. Although I've noticed sometimes I end up just hard playing it, like if I have enough memory, but I end up just usually just doing it for the draw. It actually does work out. Crazy, like not like all the time, but it does work out crazy enough. Okay. Next, on to the new guys. 4 of the new blue Cordramon. Now, this card is really good. It's the first one here in the West of the new ability that we have here called Evade. Now, in case you're new to the deck or just not sure what Evade is, basically when one of your Digimon is about to be deleted, like by a card effect, or like let's say like Crimson Blaze, Gaia Force, whatever, you can suspend him and he'll be safe. It's pretty nuts, actually. Not only that, his inheritable gives your Examon or your Digimon, any Digimon evolved from it, and gives them evade as well. So that's really helpful. And next, 4 of the green Cordramon. Told you you're going to hear that name a lot. Now, this card is really good too. It's the same exact stats as the blue Cordramon, but instead of evade, he gives your Digimon blocker. And blocker is super right now. I would say the top decks right now would be obviously Grand Quagasmon is making a comeback, and that card is nasty. That deck is just really tough to deal with. And obviously the Metal Garurumon deck is always top tier. And so you need as many blockers as you could possibly get. And the idea of being able to set up your Examon with evade and blocker is just too good not to pass up. So this card pretty good. And he's a blocker himself, so early game you'll actually have some protection early game. So pretty sweet actually. And unlike like I said in Black or Greymon, the Black Greymon gives him blocker, but that's an inheritable. Here, show it right here. Come on, focus. Ah, dang it. Oh yeah, blocker. Yeah, he just has blocker right away. So, like I said, early game you got some protection. So that's always nice. All right, on to the ultimates. 4 Wingdramon. This deck is pretty straightforward with your Digi-Evolution line. So you play 4 Wingdramon, and he also has evade. And the best part, he lets you actually Jogress with him, and you don't, because you under Examon you have to use a level 6 Digimon. No, he lets you use him as well. So you could actually go in your Examon pretty quickly, which is what I've actually noticed. You usually use him and your Groundramon. Well, speaking of Groundramon, you'll actually use these two together more likely to make your Examon. What right here? Yeah, 4 Groundramon. Same ability. You could use him as a substitute to go into Examon, and during the end of your turn, you can automatically just Jogress into your Examon. And he also gives them blocker, so kind of repeating the inheritables there. But hey, more block. Hey, as long as Examon's a blocker and has evade, that's pretty good. So not much to say there. That's the entire lineup for your ultimates. Now for the megas, when I first put the deck together, I was actually trying out 4 of these, but it got way too cloggy. I'm talking way too cloggy. So instead, I bumped them down to 3, and it's actually working out so far. 3 Slayer Dramon, like my practices with channel member Michael and all that, and 3 Break Dramon. Oh shoot, sorry. Make sure everyone can see it. All right. Yeah, not much to say. Now these cards are actually really crazy. Now because you could set up when you set up with your Examon, your first off, in case you're new to the deck, what Slayer Dramon lets you do. Let's see if it focuses. Yeah, all turns once per turn. When this Digimon becomes suspended, unsuspended. But the better one, at the start of your opponent's main phase, you may suspend one of your Digimon with Dramon or Examon in its name to force one of your opponent's Digimon to attack. Now, unfortunately, there is an errata. Now, also, in case you're new to this set or in general, unfortunately, EX3 has been really plagued with mistranslations. Like, the same thing goes for, actually, hold up. See if I have it on me. Yeah, I do got it on me. Cool. So yeah, a little warning to everyone out there who hasn't either didn't know or hasn't heard. Unfortunately, the new Groundmon also has an errata issue right there. On deletion, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Now, it's actually supposed to be during Digi-Evolution, not on deletion. So, if anyone plans on playing this deck or plans on playing Gallantmon, remember, these two have that issue. Like, these two cards have an errata. There's plenty of videos out there where other people have been going over the erratas, but basically for everyone watching this video right now, just a quick warning: these two have that issue. For Slayer Dramon, it's your opponent. It should be saying your opponent still gets to choose the target. And for Growlmon, like I said, it's on Digi-Evolution, not deletion. So that's just a quick warning to everybody. Also, the new Flame Dramon as well. So if anyone played that, I'm not sure what the exact errata is, but that's also one that has a mistranslation. Like, there is a lot in this set that has that problem. Dobrikmon too, so just be wary and be careful if you plan on using those cards. Alright, that's it for the megas. I actually like this Digimon lineup. Like, unfortunately, the deck is kind of tight when it comes to being able to experiment with your lineup because it really needs those cards to Jogris, but I like it, honestly. And now for the big guy himself. You could bump him up to 4, but 3 personally has been working out just fine for me. 3 of the big guy himself, the Dragon Emperor himself, Examon, the biggest member of the Royal Knights. This card is nuts. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really love this card. And artwork alone is just great. I need to get the full art. Man, that full art is just gorgeous. Basically, he fuses, or Jogris, whatever you want to call it. And Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm a hero player, so I'm used to saying fusion. When he basically fuses, you can choose one of your Digimon, your either a green or a blue Digimon, Dramon in its name, and put it at the very, very bottom of its Digi-Evolution sources. So, but what that means is, I'm sorry, you would go and do Examon, and then you would choose either Break Dramon or Slayer Dramon and put it under Examon. And then after you do that, Examon allows you to play one Digimon from this Digi-Evolution sources with 1200 DP or less for free. Absolutely for free. So basically, depending on your hand, you have one of these, you're getting, not only will you get Examon, you'll get one of these for free. So that is just crazy. Not only that, with all the inheritables, he'll be turned into a blocker, he'll have evade, and he'll be able to juice himself up. And once per turn, during either player's turn, when he's suspended, he can unsuspend himself. That is nuts. You'll basically be juicing him up. You'll always have him juiced up, and he'll be blocker and have evade. Nuts. I love it, honestly. I am so excited to be able to finally start playing this deck at my local tournaments. So get ready for some gameplay of that too, because I guarantee I'm gonna be posting a lot of this and a lot of Gallantmon up at the channel soon. Alrighty, that's actually it for the Digimon. Like I said earlier, the lineup is obviously kind of tight, but you're willing to alter as you want. Like I said, this is my personal build, and not only that, this is just a rough draft. If you have any other ideas for the deck, go ahead and put them in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Now, on to the Tamers. This might change up, but for right now, because like I said, this is only a rough draft, like a first build, I'm playing 4 Davises. Now, this might not be the best idea. Like, let's see. I feel like 3 could easily get the job done. Like, I was thinking maybe if you want, like, let's see where I put. Okay, I could maybe cut 1 Davis and maybe try 1 Davis and Ken, just so I can keep getting some more memory. Because Examon is a green and blue Digimon, so not only that, all the green and blues you have, so in general, you'll be getting some memory. And Davis is already a memory setter, so basically it's free right there for free memory. So maybe I might try that, but this is just like I said, just I'm tweaking around with it, but that's an idea. You could also play Mimi if you want, the original green Mimi. But again, that's just an idea. But like I said, I'm probably after a couple of more playthrough, like a couple of more play testing, like some more play testing, I might, like I said, I might cut and put this in. We'll see. But for right now, that's okay. 4 Davis is fine, but I'm probably gonna, like I said, just gonna, you can cut it down to 3 if you want. Like I said, It's at player preference, but I might do that. Next, 2 blue memory boost. It's a blue deck. Well, half a blue deck. What do you expect? Well, might as well put this there too. Pretty much the most common blue cards you'll see. Period. So, in all honesty, not much to say there. I mean, Ice Wall's at 1 for a reason. It's just that good. And Blue Memory Boost is a little more consistency. Okay. And on to the final card in the deck. 2, I'm trying out 2 of this. 2 Avalon's Gates. This card is actually, I think, a little slept on. Main, activate one of these effects below, but if you have Examon, you get both effects. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and one of your Digimon gains Piercing. In case you're new to the game or just never came across or never had to use a Digimon with Piercing, what it means is when you attack over one of your opponent's suspended Digimon during your turn, the security damage will still go through. Because usually when you attack over a Digimon, you're just you're just deleting that. You're not inflicting security damage, but this will let it go through. So that's actually pretty good, especially since how big Examon gets. And its second ability, unsuspend one of your Digimon. Like I said, Examon can keep suspending himself at least once per turn, so he could be a blocker. He can also he could use evade, and if you play this, unsuspend him, you just swing again. Pretty good if you ask me, but I can see why some people might not want to play it. Like I said, I'm just experimenting with this card. Like, if you really want another card, I was actually thinking about maybe trying Tidal Wave, in case some of you have never seen it before. Choose up to 2 Digimon cards in the Digivolution cards of one of your Digimon and play them as other Digimon without paying the memory cost. So I was thinking, let's say hypothetically you have Examon and you have Breakdramon and Slayerdramon in your Digivolution source. You just play this and you get 2 free big Digimon. That's something I was considering. Like, maybe I might try that. And obviously, since this is a blue-green deck, you could easily just switch these out and play Megadeth. And right now, with Grand Coagulusmon, that might be a good idea. Like, maybe, cut these and play 2 Megadeth, or maybe try, a 1-1 split, or a 1-1 of this if you don't even, you could even do, replace Avalon's Gate completely with, a 1-1 split of this, just to experiment. But that's something I think I'm going to try messing around with and see what I do. Now, this is the deck I'm going to be playing this in Gallimon the most this format, so after some more playtesting, and if I'm able to top my locals tournaments, I'll come back with an updated deck profile, and I'll try to bring back as much gameplay as well for the channel for everyone to see. So, that's the deck. If you like it, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. We're going to have Michael's videos up next soon. He's going to be going over his new deck that he built, as well as finally bring up his updated Machine Dramon deck, because in case you guys didn't know, Chaos Dramon is just, the new one is nuts, and he's been waiting for that new one forever. So be ready for those videos, as well as more gameplay and overall discussion on what we think are the best decks coming up in this format. So if you want to hear that, go ahead. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. Bye.